Okay guys, welcome to my channel. So we're gonna do, this video is gonna be like series I'm in the middle of. I'm in the middle of a couple of series. I thought it was less than this, but no, your girl's in the middle of quite a few. So the first one is right here, right behind us. Let me move this. And it is the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan. I am missing the Son of Neptune, the Mark of Athena, the House of Hades, and the Blood of Olympus. I've only read The Lost Hero, and I know that book 2 focuses a lot more on Percy, so I really want to read it. I just haven't had the motivation to like pick it up and read it, but I know I'm gonna enjoy it because I love Percy and the gang, you know what I mean? So I'm excited. So that's one of the ones that I have to finish. The next one is Love and Other Stories. So it's this series which has Love and Gelato, Love and Luck, and Love and Olives, and Spells for Lost Things. I have read Love and Gelato. That's the only one I've read. So I am missing Love and Luck, Love and Olives, and Spells for Lost Things. I'll put them all here. They're very much like summary reads. Like, you in Love and Gelato, you go to Italy. Love and Luck is Ireland. Love and Olives is Greece. And then Spells and Lost Things, Spells for Lost Things, is in Salem. So you're traveling in all of them. They're mainly summary reads. I'm assuming the Salem one is not so summary and it's more autumnal. So yeah. The next one is the Red Queen series, which I have all the way down there. I've only read the Red Queen, so that means I'm missing Glass Sword, King's Cage, Warstorm, and Broken Throne. And it's basically, you either have like red blood or silver blood, I think, and she is the queen, but they can tell that she has red blood, so it like has this like big uprising. I haven't read that series since 2017, I think, so it's been a while. I do have to catch up, but I did enjoy book 1, so that's why I'm still like, it's a series I'm in the middle of. Next we have My Fault, Your Fault, Your Fault, and Our Fault. And I am currently reading My Fault, so I do have to finish My Fault, Your Fault, and Our Fault, but I'm almost done with My Fault, so we're good on that end. Sorry. Then we're also in the middle of a series of unfortunate events. It's 13 books. I've read 1 through 9, so I'm only missing The Slippery Slope, The Grim Grotto, The Penultimate Peril, and The End. So this is, I love this series. It's just like a fun series that like you read as a kid. Obviously I read it when I was younger, but I was like, let me restart it. I loved the movie when it came out, and I know they have a show on Netflix. I haven't really watched the show, but the movie was so good. So it's just unfortunate things happening to these 3 siblings, but it's a great series and I do recommend it. Obviously it's not gonna be like something like whoa, it's like a little kids one. It's, you know, it's children to like middle grade, I guess, but yeah. Then we have the Truth Witch series. I've only read Truth Witch, but there's also Wind Witch, Blood Witch, and Witch Shadow. I enjoyed Truth Witch, and I do own Wind Witch, so that's why I consider myself still in the middle of it, and we're just gonna see what happens. And then in the Padme like Star Wars Queen series, there's 3 books. I read the first 2, so I'm only missing Queen's Hope, and I have a feeling that that's gonna be my favorite, so I am reading it this month because I just freaking love Padme. Like, I love her. She's my B. Like, I love her. And then Anakin, like, come on, he wasn't evil. I know he murdered children and stuff, but like still. And then we have the Fable series. I am reading Fable, but there's Fable and Namesake. I think there's like more books in there, but like I don't know what order they go in, so I'm very confused with that series. So, but for now it's Fable and Namesake, and I think it has to do with pirates. I have started Fable. It doesn't look very piratey to me, but I think it does have to do with pirates. We have the Last Magician series. I read The Last Magician and I loved that book. I thought it was so good. Like, honestly, 10 out of 10. Recommend. I love it. I just genuinely love that book. And then I do have the second book in the series, which is The Devil's Thief, and I'm gonna try to read it this month because I love that series. And honestly, I read the first book in 2019, so it's been forever. But there is The Devil's Thief, The Serpent's Curse, and The Shattered City. The Shattered City. I can't even speak right now. All I know is that they're magicians and they travel back in time, and I think it's like illegal. So like I said, I need a recap of The Last Magician. before I jump into The Devil's Thief. The next one is ACOTAR. I've only read A Court of Thorns and Roses, but I do own the rest of them except for the last one. So we have A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruins, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and A Court of Silver Flames. So I've read A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I do own the other three except for A Court of Silver Flames. So it's just fairies and like the politics and war and like trying to, like, I guess the fairy world and the human world, they're like fighting, and the fairies want to take over all of the human world. Yeah. Then we have the Caraval series. I've read Caraval. I enjoyed it. It wasn't like anything crazy, but I did read it right after the Night Circus, and the Night Circus was like amazing. So maybe once I read Legendary and Finale, which are the two books that I'm missing in the series, maybe I'll like love it. So it's Caraval, Legendary, and Finale, but I've already read Caraval. And then we have the Illuminae files. I have read Illuminae and Gemina is the second one. Yes. All I'm missing is Obsidio, which I'll include here. Those books are great. They're like written very much different than normal books. And I usually, while I read them, I like to listen to the Interstellar soundtrack because it just feels so magical. Then we have the Strange the Dreamer duology. I've read Strange the Dreamer, so all I'm missing is Muse of Nightmares. And then once I finish that one, it's a series that we can just knock out. So I'm gonna try to finish like series like Queen's Hope, where I'm only missing one. You know, like the series where I'm just like missing one, so I can get that series out of the way. Then we have the Of Poseidon series. She's like a mermaid. I didn't love Of Poseidon, but I do own Of Neptune and Of Triton, so I do want to read it. But it wasn't like the greatest. I just know that she's a mermaid and like there's things happening and like it's weird that it's happening. So yeah. Then we have the Mirror Visitors series. It's 4 books. It's I forgot what 4 books are called. A saga. I think it's a saga. All I'm missing is the last one, which is Storm of Echoes. I already read A Winter's Promise, The Missing of Claire de Lune, and The Memory of Babel. So all I'm missing is Storm of Echoes. She is an animist. She can read stuff, like see what happened. Like if she touches this, she could feel like the emotions I felt while I was touching this and stuff like that. And she travels through mirrors, which is the Mirror Visitor series. So I loved it. I loved books 1 and 2. 3 was like okay for me, and 4 has been like like I'm in the middle of 4. Not in the middle. I'm a fifth of the way through the 4th one, and I'm not obsessed, but it's okay. Then we have the Lunar Chronicles series. I've only read Cinder, and I've read it a couple years ago, but I loved it. So the next ones are Scarlet, Crest, Fairest, Winter, and Stars Above. So I am very excited to continue them. I did buy Scarlet already, and I'm just like excited to just read them because Cinder was great. So, and then we have the Shatter Me series. I've only read Shatter Me, and I know the next ones are Unravel Me, Ignite Me, Restore Me, Defy Me, and Imagine Me. I do own Unravel Me, which I bought recently, so I do want to continue the series. At first I was like, I didn't really love Shatter Me, but they say it gets better starting book 2, so that's what we're hoping for. So we're gonna give Unravel Me a shot, and if Unravel Me is just not it, then she's gone. It's a series I'm gonna DNF. And then I forgot to write 2 other series here. So it's the Get a Life Chloe Brown series, like the Brown Sisters series. I've read Get a Life Chloe Brown and Take a Hint Danny Brown. And then all I'm missing is, let me actually get the word. Act Your Age Eve Brown is the last one I'm missing in that series. And then I forgot I'm also in the middle of the Vampire Academy series, so I've read the first 2. So I'm missing Shadow Kiss, Blood Promise, Spirit Bound, and Last Sacrifice. I've enjoyed the series. It's nothing like wow crazy out of this world, but it is entertaining. I did enjoy the first 2, so I'm like, okay, maybe I should pick up the rest of the series. I'm thinking about it, but yeah, those are the series I'm in the middle of. There's a lot of them. I am assuming I should finish a couple more before I start more series, just because then it just gets to be a lot, and some of them have a lot of books, like the Heroes of Olympus or like Vampire Academy, and then some I just have like a book missing, which I should try to do those first and just like get them out of the way. Not get them out of the way, but like finish those series, you know what I mean? So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, and let me know what series you're in the middle of. Like, is it more, is it less? Like, are you okay with being in the middle of so many series? Like, for me, I'm fine with that, but I know some people are like, no, immediately no. So just let me know in the comments down below, and thank you for watching. Bye.